you another reading lesson. So come on in and let's take a look at what you'll be learning today. Today, you will work on comparing and contrasting adventures of characters in familiar stories. Let's get started. Take a look at these pictures. We have a picture of a puppy and a picture of a kitten. Let's describe the puppy. We can say things about what he looks like, what sounds puppies make, or even what he eats. Here's my list. The puppy is white with black spots. The puppy has fur. The puppy has 4 legs. The puppy is small. The puppy eats dog food. And the puppy barks. Now, let's describe the kitten. Here's my list. The kitten has black stripes. The kitten has pointy ears. The kitten purrs. The kitten has fur. The kitten is small. The kitten has 4 legs. Now, can you think of how these 2 animals are the same? I'll give you a second to think about it. All right, I'll go. Both animals are small. Both animals have fur, and both animals have 4 legs. Guess what we just did? We just compared and contrasted the puppy and the kitten. Now, compare is a big word. What kind of word? That's right, a big word for how things are the same or how they are alike. And contrast is a big word. What kind of word? Good, a big word for how things are different. So, now that we practiced, I think it's time to listen to 2 short stories and compare and contrast them. Get ready. Carlos and his teacher. Carlos and his teacher talk. Carlos and his teacher write. Carlos and his teacher read. Carlos and his teacher add. Carlos and his teacher share. Carlos and his teacher paint. Carlos and his teacher clean. Carlos and his teacher play. All right, let's take a moment to talk about some different things from the story. What does Carlos do with his teacher? Carlos talked. Carlos wrote. Carlos shared. Carlos read. Carlos played. And Carlos cleaned with his teacher. Now, don't forget those things because we're going to listen to our next story titled All by Myself. All by myself. I read all by myself. I color all by myself. I sing all by myself. I play all by myself. I build all by myself. I listen all by myself. I dress all by myself. I think all by myself. Now, let's take a second to recap what the little girl does in her story. So, what does she do all by herself? She played, she read, she colored, she listened, and she built. We've created our list of things that both characters do. Now, let's create the list of things they do that are the same. Can you find the same words in both of our lists? I'll give you a second. All right, I can see that both characters, Carlos and the little girl, read and played. That's comparing. Now, what two things made them different in the story? Carlos worked with his teacher, and Carlos was a boy. The little girl did things all by herself. That's contrasting. Okay, let's sum everything up. Today, you learned what comparing and contrasting is and how to compare and contrast two stories. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson, and I'll see you next week. But don't leave. Stay tuned for Math with Miss Barnes.
Hey there, mathematicians. Welcome to class today. I'm Miss Barnes, and the lesson that follows is for scholars in kindergarten and pre-K. Good morning, friends. I hope you've had a great week. This week, we are finishing our teen number study, and we're finishing that by studying the numbers 19 and a very special number, 20. Okay? So today, as we get started, you're going to need your counters again. You're going to need a space to work, like I have, and you're going to need your 10 frames. So either find or draw those now, grab your counters, and let's get ready to learn. Are you ready today, friends? We're finishing our teen number study, and that is so exciting. Next week, we're going to explore ways to make numbers, and soon we get to talk about shapes. I hope you are ready for this journey. So the first thing we're gonna do today is we're gonna take my counters at the top of my board. We're going to organize them into rows, and then we're going to count them. So remember, we use our pointer finger to touch each counter as we move it. That way, we make sure we count each and every tool that we have. So I'm moving mine down a little and just spacing them out so I know I have room to touch each one. Now we're ready to count. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Now I'm going to move these a little bit just so they're in rows and columns. And then we're going to count them again while I write the number. Are you ready to practice one more time? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, new row, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Who can tell me the pattern? How do you write 19? That's right, friends, you write 19 with a 1 and a 9. So let's talk about how to write the numeral and the number name. First, we know that 19 has 2 digits in it. And we can tell from the pattern that 19 has 1 10, so that means the first digit is a 1, and it has 9 ones. That means the second digit is a 9. So this is how you write the number 19. We're gonna do that again. Are you ready? So a 1 we're really good at. A 1 starts at the top and goes down to the bottom. A 9 has a small circle on top and then a line going down, 19. Now, if you tuned in last week, you learned that 17 and 18 look just like the numbers 7 and 8 with the word teen at the end. 19 is the same. So 19 is written by writing 9, N, I, N, E, and then the word teen, T, E, E, N, and that's the word 19. Now the last thing we have to talk about today is modeling in our 10 frames. So I'm going to reorganize my counters down here below, and I'd like for you to do the same. When you're done, we'll talk about the groups of 10s and 1s. Here we are, friends, ready to talk about the groups of 10s and 1s that we have in front of us. So this top 10 frame is full. That means we don't have to count it. How many counters live in this top 10 frame? If you said 10 1s, great job. If you said 110, also great job. If you said both, give yourself a high five. This top 10 frame models 10 1s or 110. Now let's talk about this bottom 10 frame. I don't need to count what's here because I know there's one missing. So if I have a full 10 frame, I have 10. If I take one away, or if one is missing, how many do you think I have? Well, let's practice with the top 10 frame. So this is 10. I take one away. 10 take away 1 is how many? 9. Great job. So that means in this bottom 10 frame, how many do I have? 10 take away 1 is 9. So this bottom 10 frame models 9 1s. Great job using your problem-solving skills, mathematicians. So now we know that 19 is composed of 10 1s and 9 1s, or 110 and 9 1s. Great job on that. We have to erase and reorganize because next we get to talk about a special number, 20. Here we are, friends, ready to talk about the number 20. The first thing we have to do is notice what I've done here at the top. I've added a counter. So we're going to practice counting from 1 to 20 together. I'm going to use my index finger so that we can track which counters we're counting, and I'd like you to count along with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, halfway there, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Great job. All right, so we're gonna wait to write 20 today. And I'm actually going to do this a little bit backwards. We're going to move the counters down here into the 10 frames, and then we'll talk about writing the number. Okay, so I'm going to reorganize my counters now. You go ahead and reorganize yours also, and we'll meet back here to work on 20. Okay, friends, we've reorganized our materials, and now it's time to work on the models. So down here we have a very special case that we haven't dealt with yet, and we have 2 full 10 frames. So the first thing we're going to do is talk about what we know, then we'll talk about how to write it. So this top 10 frame we know models 10 1s or 110. So that means the bottom 10 frame also models 10 1s and 110. So we know that 20 is 20 1s or 2 10s. Let's think about how to write that. So remember when we talk about 2-digit numbers, the first digit talks about how many 10s and the second digit talks about how many 1s. Okay, so we're going to work with the tens in this case. How many tens do we have in the number 20? Well, we have 2 tens. And if we have 2 tens and we don't have any leftovers like we did with 19 or 18, then we write a 2 in the first digit. So we have 2 tens here. And we do not have any leftover ones. So that means we have a 0 here. Now you're probably thinking, but Miss Barnes, there are ones on your board. What about those? So remember that when we write ones, we write them in this second digit. So if we have 20 ones, that's the same as 2 tens and 0 ones. I hope you've enjoyed our teen number study, friends, where we practiced counting, writing, and modeling the numbers from 11 to 20. Join us next week as we explore some different concepts. Get ready for science with Ms. Schumacher, and I'll see you then.
Hi, my name is Ms. Schumacher, and this is Science for pre-kindergarten and kindergarten, but all are welcome. Today, we are studying forest habitats. Let's get started. A habitat provides the basic needs for living things. Do you remember what living things are? Do you remember what living things need to survive? Look at these images. Can you tell which is living and non-living? How do you know? All living things, all plants and animals need certain things to survive. But before we learn about how habitats provide for the needs of plants and animals, let's review how plants and animals are similar and how they are different. Plants and animals are the same because they all move, they need food, and they reproduce. But they are not the same. Plants move in different ways. They might grow, but they do not stand up and walk around. Animals do. Animals can move all on their own. Both plants and animals need food, but plants make their own food. Animals need to eat. They either eat meat or plants. Both plants and animals reproduce. That means that they will make other plants or other animals. But plants make other plants by using seeds. Animals reproduce or make other animals by laying eggs or having babies. Now that we have reviewed, thought about what we already know about how plants and animals are the same and how they are different, do you remember what plants and animals need to survive? We know that all plants need space to grow, air and light, and water. All animals need food, water, shelter, and air. Habitats are where plants and animals live. A habitat provides for the needs of living things that live there. There is not just one kind of habitat. Today, we are going to study. We are going to learn about forest habitats. What do you visualize? What do you think about when you imagine a forest? Let's close our eyes and visualize. What animals did you see? What animals live in the forest? What plants did you see? What plants live in the forest? What plants did you visualize? Did you imagine trees? You are right. All forests have trees. Forests are found in different climates, places with different types of weather. But one thing that is true of all forests is that all forests have trees that are close together. What do you notice about these forests? Do the trees let a lot of light through to the ground? No. A forest will have a lot of shade from the leaves of the trees that are close together. That is right. Forests are not sunny and bright. They are often a darker place. Did you know that not all trees are the same? Forests have two distinct kinds of trees. Conifer trees, like the ones shown here, do not lose their leaves. Their leaves, which look like little spikes, stay green all year. Deciduous trees have leaves that change colors in the fall, and they lose their leaves every winter. When spring comes, they grow back their green leaves. Trees are very important to forests. Take a look at these images. Why do you think that trees are important to these animals? How do these trees help these animals survive? Trees provide animals with food, shelter, and protection from predators, other animals who will eat them. There are forests all around the world, in cold places and warm places. Let's think about forests where we live. What forest or woodland animals would you expect to see in the Midwest? Close your eyes and visualize the forest. Do you see lots of trees that are close together? What animals do you see?
Birds, raccoons, and deers live in the forest.
Did you think of these animals? There are bobcats. They are found in southern Missouri. Do you know what this bird is? This bird is a wild turkey. I bet you have seen this forest animal before. This is a deer. All of these animals live in the Midwest, in Missouri. What do you notice about all of these animals? Did you say that they look like the forest? That they all have similar colors? Why would they be brown or tan? Did you say that they are brown or tan so that they blend into the forest or their surroundings? You are right. These animals are blending into their environments. They are camouflaged to keep them safe from other animals that are predators, other animals who might want to eat them. Take a look at this image. What season is this? Did you say winter? You are right. This is an image of a forest during winter. My question for you is, how do animals survive in the winter? We know that an animal's habitat provides for them their basic needs. But when it is too cold and the trees do not have leaves, nuts, or berries on them, where do animals get their food? Forest animals survive stay alive in the forest in winter by doing one of 4 things. Animals can stay where they are and continue to look for food. They can migrate or move to a whole different part of the earth. They can hibernate, and that means they go to sleep for the winter. Or they can store food. That concludes our science lesson for today. It has been my pleasure having you in class. But your learning is not done. It is time to get active with Coach H. I am Miss Schumacher, and I will see you next week.
Hi boys and girls, it's Coach H here, and I'm super happy that you guys are here with me for physical education for pre-K and kindergarten, but everybody's welcome. Now today we're going to be talking about something really fun. We're going to be talking about basketball today. And I'm thinking March Madness, you guys probably have already seen it. I'm super excited that we're actually going to be talking about basketball today. Now, what you're going to need is hopefully a ball. If you don't have a basketball, that's okay. Just find something circular like this. If you have not that, you can use a sock because we're going to be using other things. But if you have a ball, go grab it. So I'm giving you about a couple seconds to go grab that ball. And the other thing you also need is a water bottle. So I have my water bottle right here on the side. So whenever I need to take an exercise break, I got myself something I can drink and take a break and have a moment to relax. Okay? Now, hopefully you guys are starting to come on back with that ball, hopefully. Now, you can practice this hopefully outside, because most of our activities will be outside when we're doing basketball. But since I'm in the gym, we're going to practice shooting, okay? Today's main objective is we're going to shoot a ball, okay? Now how we're going to do that is I want you to remember this term, beef. Kind of weird, right? How you spell that word is B-E-E-F, okay? And each word represents something that you have to do to make an awesome score with basketball when shooting, okay? Now, the first word is B. B means balance. So if you're like this is not balance. So I'm going to back up just a little bit, just like this. Feet can't be like this. You also don't want to be way out like this, okay? Balance means you have it like this, kind of like riding a horse, but your feet are like this. Balance, okay? The next one is E. E is for eye contact. So you're looking at whatever you're going to be shooting at. If I'm shooting at the hoop, my eyes are on the backboard, I'm aiming for the square, okay? Or I'm aiming at the rim, but above it, not at it, okay? The next one is elbow. You wanna make sure you lock that elbow in just like this and balance that ball, okay? Just like this. The last one is F. F means flick of the wrist, okay? Bringing it up and flicking it into the net, okay? One more time with those rules. B for balance. Okay, E for eye contact, so I'm going to shoot the ball. The other E, elbows locked in place, the ball sitting on my shoulder just a little bit, hands balancing it. And then F, flick of the wrist. Awesome. So let's get started. Now, if you're going to do this outside, you're going to want to make sure you're aiming at the backboard or into the rim, okay? If you don't have one of those, perfect things to use as an example is a trash can. So I also have this. If you have a trash can that's empty, clean inside, this would be a perfect place so you can practice your shooting, okay? The other thing, if you don't have a trash can, is if you have a laundry basket, okay? Now, don't empty it at home. If it's full and it's folded, don't tell your mom that you had to use the basket and you didn't fold up your clothes, okay? Make sure that every clothes is out of the way, all cleaned and put in your drawers or hanged up, okay? But then you're going to put the basket there, and you're also going to practice shooting, okay? Now, if you have a sock, you're going to practice the same movements, but inside those as well, okay? So I'm going to do 5 on this board, 5 on that board, and 5 on this board. Let's get started. So make sure that your area is clear, being very observant of where you are at, being very observant of where you are at, okay? I'm just going to say I'm going to start right here, and I'm looking at the backboard, okay? So we got to think about the word. B, balance, feet are apart. E, eyes are locked and loaded on that backboard. E again, Elbow is ready to go. It's locked and ready with the ball right here. Hand balance. Okay? Next thing is flick of the wrist. So let's go ahead and try it. Flick of the wrist. And I missed. It's okay. One for that rebound. Let's try it again. Balance. Eyes are on the target. Elbows locked and ready. And then flick of the wrist. Woo! Nice job. Let's go back for the rebound. And rebound means you're going and getting the ball. Let's go ahead and try that again. We're balanced. Your feet are apart. Eyes are locked on the backboard. I have my elbow locked. And now I'm going to do flick of the wrist. Here we go. Woo! Mr. H is on it today. Going back for that again. Here we go. Balance. Eyes are on the target. Elbow locked. Flick of the wrist. And I said too much. It's all right. I was on fire for a moment. Let's go ahead and try that again. Balance. Eyes are on the target. Make sure it's up here. Flick of the wrist. Man, I am not on fire anymore. Let's try it one more time. This is my last one, hopefully. Let's make it in. Balance. Eyes are on the target. Elbow locked and balanced. And then flick of the wrist. Woo! Nice job. Hopefully you guys made all 5 at home. If it's missed, it's okay. That's the reason. There's practice. There's basketball practice. There's soccer practice. You just gotta practice and you'll get better. Okay? Next one we're gonna do is the trash can. So now in the trash can, there's no backboard. Okay? But what you're gonna do is you're gonna try to think this is the rim and you're gonna shoot it in. Okay? So I'm gonna move the trash can just a little bit. Move right about right here. Move my water ball in place so it's not in the way. We're ready to go. Remember, beef. Balance. Eyes are on the target. Elbows locked and ready with a hand right here. And then flick of the wrist. And I missed, but I need to get to the other one. There it goes, way over here. Going back for that rebound. Okay? And you know what? If you don't want to do like I do, you can go like this, go to the other side. Just make sure you're balanced. Eyes are on the target. Elbows locked and ready. Hold that ball. And then flick of the wrist. And Mr. H is thinking there's a backboard. One back for that rebound. Nice job. That was 2. We got 3 more. Here we go. This time I'm really going to focus on the trash can here. Balance. Eyes are on the target. Elbows locked and ready to go with the balance here. I'm going to do the flick of the wrist. Boom! Nice job. And I grab it. If you can't do it like this, lean it over just like this and grab the ball. Okay? Nice job. 2 more. So let's go quickly here. Balance. Eyes on the target. Balance. Eyes locked and ready. Flick of the wrist. Man, Mr. H needs to work on it. I shouldn't be on any team. March Madness, I would have been out the first game. Here we go. Balance. Eyes are on the target. Looking at the basketball or the trash can. And flick of the wrist. Missed again. Too close. Too close. Alrighty, I'm done with this one. I'm not making any scores. But we're going to try this basket. Okay? So now here we are. Laundry basket. I want you to set it down. And now it's a little bit lower, but you know, what we've talked about is eye contact, making sure we know where we're going to be shooting. Okay? So we're going to try this one. Okay? Remember, we're balanced. Eyes are on the target. Wrist, elbow, ready to go. And I think I'm too close, so I'm going to bounce back just a little bit about right here. And then I'm going to do flick of the wrist. Miss. It's all right. Let's try it again. Got 4 more. So that was 4. Balance. Eyes are locked in. Elbow in that spot. And then flick of the wrist. There we go. And see, it's a little too close to me, I think. So I'm going to go a little bit farther out for it. I'm going to be right here. Balance. Eyes are on the target. Elbows locked and ready. And then flick of the wrist. And I hit the rim and it didn't open in. And that's okay, it's going to happen. But we're doing that rebound. Rebound means get in that ball. Okay? Here we go. 3 more. Right here. Eyes are on the target. Balanced out. Ready to go. Here we go. Flick of the wrist. It made it in, but it jumped out. And that's okay. Last 2 here. We're going to go quickly. Balance and in. Very good. Remember, flick of the wrist. One last time. Balance. Eyes are on the target. Flick of the wrist here. That's the last one. Elbows locked. Then flick of the wrist. And I missed. But that's okay. Boys and girls, that is how you shoot a basketball. You want to remember B. B-E-E-F. I hope you had a great day with me. I had a fantastic time. I'll see you guys next time, and this was Physical Education with Coach H. You guys have a great rest of the day.
Hola, hola. Hi, everybody. I'm Miss Ellis, Senorita Ellis, Profesora Ellis, lo que sea. I have a lot of names, but I'm glad you're here with me today. First, I'd like to thank Coach H for such an engaging lesson in PE. I say this all the time, but you get your bodies moving, and now it's time to get our minds moving in Espanol, in Spanish. So if you take a look at my screen, you are going to see that we're learning about las plantas. Las plantas are the things that you see in that screen, on my screen, okay? So plantas are plants, and that's what we're going to learn about. We're going to learn about the parts of the plants, though. So plants have bodies too. So today we are going to learn about the different parts of the most common plants. So if you take a look at our illustration here, our drawing, we are actually going to label this flower together in English, okay? So let's start at the top, close to that yellow part, okay? So looking from our options there, flower, leaf, stem, and roots. Which of those words would go towards the top by one of those yellow things? Because I can't tell you what it is yet. What of our options, of our 4 options, will go at the top? Give you a hint, starts with an F. So if you guessed flower, awesome. So the flower is going to go in that first box. Let's move to our second one. So now we're on the kind of green looking thing underneath the yellow flowers. It's hard because I can't tell you guys what it is. So we've got 3 options though: leaf, stem, roots. So out of those 3 options, what do you think that green thing is? A leaf, a stem, or roots? If you said a leaf, then you were correct. So our leaf is that green thing there, green leaf. Now let's move to the main part of the flower, okay? So the thing that goes up and down and it's green, and the box is to the right hand side, we only have 2 options left. So we've either got stem or roots, okay? Sticking out of the ground that's going straight up and down, would that be a stem or would that be called roots? I'd agree, it's called a stem, okay? So just to recap, right? So far at the top, the yellow part is the flower. To the other side, where that green thing is the leaf. The part that's standing up and down is the stem. So then that would mean the things in the bottom of the ground and the dirt is what is considered roots, okay? So these are the parts of a flower, okay? We got the flower, the leaf, the stem, and the roots. So now let's look at these items in Espanol. So starting with the leaf, this is how we would say it in Espanol. Repeat. Hoja. Hoja. Okay, the H is silent. Hoja. Okay? Una hoja is a leaf, as you see in my picture there. Okay? Next, we've got tallo. 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 Okay? And as you see my arrow pointing to the green thing that is straight up and down, that is what you call a stem. Okay? Tallo. Next, we've got flor. And if you want to think of it as floor, like an actual floor, That would actually help in pronunciation. Flor, which stands for a flower. So as you see in my illustration, the nice yellow pretty flower is called flor in Espanol. Next, we're going to focus on what you see in that circle on my illustration, okay? So we're going under the dirt this time. And remember, those were our roots, okay, in English. So you would say raíces en Español. Let me slow it down. Ra, I, ses. Ra, I, ses. Raíces, which raíces are what you see in the circle, the roots. They help the plants and the trees grow, okay? So now that we went through the parts of our flower, I want you guys to match the images to the right with the correct word to the left. So you're matching A, B, C, D with the correct picture on the other side, okay? So we're going to start with A, right? Tallo. If you want to repeat that, tallo. Where is our tallo in this illustration? Excelente. If you guessed the stem, then you are correct. Awesome. Now let's move to B. We've got raíces. Okay? Ra, I, ses. Our raíces, I'll give you a hint, are found under the ground and they help our plants and trees to grow. So which illustration matches raíces? Perfect. And I gave you a hint there, remember? So those are underneath the ground and those again help our plants and trees to grow, okay? And look so pretty when they're out in the springtime or whenever it's warm outside, okay? Next we have C, all right? Repeat. Flor, as in the floor. Just say it with a little accent, okay? Flor. So which image is going to represent flor? Excelente. If you guessed the yellow flower, then yes, that is a flor, which in English is a flower. So moving to our last option there, D, we've got hoja. Remember that H is silent. So repeat, hoja. So looking at our images, we've already chosen 3. So our last option is hoja, which is a leaf. Awesome. So we now know the parts of a flower. We know hoja, tallo, flor, raíces. So now, in this picture, ahora en esta imagen, tenemos una flor, okay? And we are going to put the parts of the flower into the correct boxes, but now in español, okay? Starting with hoja, empezando con la palabra hoja, where could we place hoja to represent what that means in English? It's going to be a little bit out of order this time. So remember, hoja, we think, it's a leaf. So which box in this illustration is a leaf? Correct. The box on the left-hand side that points to the green leaf. Excelente. Next we have tallo. Tallo. And I'll give you a hint. The tallo sits up and down. Okay? Goes this way. So the tallo, you think in English, what does it mean? What does it mean? Tallo is a stem. So we put it next to the stem, right? So the box is kind of next to the ground. That's where our stem is going to go. Tallo. Next we have flor. Flor. And I know you guys are too young to catch this reference, but there's a song called Como la Flor. And every time I see flor, I think of it by Selena. Your parents should show you that song. Como la Flor. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. So, I gave you enough time to think. Flor means flower in English, right? So we're going to place it at the top next to the nice, beautiful yellow flowers. So our last option is raíces. So we think, estamos pensando. ¿Qué significa raíces? In inglés, significa roots. In English, it means roots. So we're going to place it in the dirt where we see the roots. And boom, you now know the parts of a flower, las partes de una flor. Okay? So now, I have an activity for you guys to do that will be really nice for your moms on Mother's Day. Okay? So again, I am kind of talking to the parents and guardians right now. And this web link address, if you type it in to Google or your search browser, it will pop up with this activity, and it has instructions listed with every step of what to do. Okay? I don't have a picture of the final product, but basically what this project is kids are going to be creating their hand on a piece of paper holding some flowers, and by doing that drawing, they can hand that to their moms or whoever on Mother's Day, since it's coming up. I thought that would be something really nice. So again, the instructions are listed at that web link address. So just open up your browser, type that in exactly. It'll pull up everything you need from there, and have fun with your arts and crafts, okay? I will see you guys next time to talk about ocean animals. We're going under the ocean, okay? Adios.
We're happy to have you visit our family here at Northeast Middle School. My name is Principal Schriever, and I am the principal here at Northeast Middle School. We serve students in the 7th and 8th grade in the historic Northeast neighborhood in Kansas City.
Welcome to Northeast Middle, the home of the mighty Titans.
Welcome to Northeast Middle. Transitioning to middle school is exciting, but it can also be scary. But that's what we're here for. I teach students success skills, a class where students get in touch with their emotions and learn how to stay on task in their courses.
Hello, my name is Mirna Naya. I am the parent liaison at Northeast Middle School. I communicate with parents, legal guardians regarding school information, events, school advisory committee, and more. I love interacting with students' families every day.
Hello and welcome. My name is Christine Dismay, and I teach geography and economics here at Northeast Middle School. We have a safe and nurturing environment in our classrooms. Your student will enjoy learning here.
I'm Laura Culp. I'm an 8th grade math teacher. Welcome to 8th grade. We offer advanced courses in all core subjects. Learning here is fun and rigorous because we care about our students and their academic experience. Northeast Middle School students are successful and prepared for high school.
AVID, which stands for Advancement via Individual Determination, is a college and career readiness program. Students develop the skills they need to be successful in college starting in middle school. Most students continue their AVID course throughout high school with the same group of peers.
Hi, I'm Mr. Fleming, and I teach PE and health at Northeast Middle School, and we have a wide range of electives including choir, band, orchestra, visual arts, creative writing, and much more.
Hello, my name is Kenneth Moore, and I teach 7th, 8th grade choir. Our goal is to ensure our students get the very best academic opportunities. Our students maintain a well-rounded experience.
Northeast Middle School is truly a diverse environment. We have scholars from all over the world, and we have as many as 30 languages spoken in our building at any given time. To celebrate the diversity in our building, we host an international festival so our scholars can get a true taste of the world.
Hi, I'm Ben Jonte. I'm the art teacher at Northeast Middle School. Project Lead the Way, one of our electives, provides our students with hands-on, real-world learning. This will give them experience in growing industries like computer science, design, and robotics.
Hello, I'm Ms. Shepard, and I'm the athletic director here at Northeast Middle School. Here at Northeast Middle School, we offer variety sports for boys and girls, including basketball, track and field, soccer, wrestling, swimming, cross country, flag football, cheerleading, and volleyball.
Thank you for taking the time to visit with us today here at Northeast Middle School. To learn more about our campus or to request a personal tour, please call 816-418-3400. We look forward to sharing with you more of the exciting things occurring at Northeast Middle School.
Welcome to Foreign Language Academy, Kansas City, one and only emerging school for Chinese and Spanish.
We are so happy to have you visit FLA. I'm Dr. Joel Ramsdale, the principal of Foreign Language Academy. We are the region's only international baccalaureate school that is authorized as a primary years program, as well as being in candidacy for a middle years program. We look forward to sharing more about our school with you.
Bienvenidos al cuarto grado. Immersion is the best way for a student to become fluent in a foreign language.
At FLA, we have a strong sense of community. Our parent-teacher organization meets monthly and organizes different events and activities such as Arts Night, where students can showcase their artwork and also enjoy live performances by students.
Each year, the 8th grade Spanish student fundraise to help support a trip to Costa Rica.
Children at FLA have an advantage, learning English as well as a foreign language. This will prepare them for not only being in the classroom, but beyond.
When our families join FLA, they select a school for their kids that is elementary and middle school. Our students are able to experience the full immersion program since kindergarten all the way to 8th grade.
Thank you for joining us on this virtual tour. We appreciate it. If you would like to learn more about Foreign Language Academy or schedule a personal tour, please call our school phone number, which is 816-418-6000. We look forward to sharing all of the great things that we're doing here at the Foreign Language Academy with you.
Kindergarten is great at Kansas City Public Schools.
I know they have really good teachers. I know this is a great school.
They teach them stuff that I thought my kids would never be able to know at the age of 5.
Since deciding to send our kiddos to a neighborhood school, we've become even more of a part of our community.
Now is the time to enroll your future kindergartner for the new school year. Visit enrollkc.org today.
I am Lincoln Middle.
At Lincoln Middle School, students discover their talents and passions, where teachers plant the seeds of lifelong learning.
I am Lincoln Middle.
Where excellence is nurtured. Students develop the skills to be successful in school, career, and beyond.
Je suis Lincoln Middle.
Lincoln Middle is the public school where your child will thrive and grow. Open a world of possibilities. Apply today. Learn more at enrollkc.org/Lincoln Middle.